Hello and welcome to next Good Game Empire livestream. Well, there was a pretty long break since last livestream, and I'm gonna talk a bit about this as well today. But we've got many things to talk about, so I hope it's gonna be an interesting livestream. I think we are already ready to go. Let me just open the chat on my left side to be able to react as quick as possible. Yeah, alright, so this is this one, and now I have the preview of the live stream chat, so that's great. Yeah, hello everyone, hello Adam, the boss, and Matthew. Welcome everyone, welcome to the live stream. Yep, and I think we can start, so yeah, we can just switch the scene and everything should be working. Yeah, everything looks great. Yes, so just to clarify, the last live stream was like it was 3 weeks ago, and it was also about the war, because that's the main point I can record like videos and live streams about. And today it's also going to be about war, but not only. That's mainly because I have the defensive Hall of Legends, because I was like receiving a lot of attacks and I wanted to defend most of them. So I switched my Hall of Legends, and obviously I cannot make any sensible attacks when I have the Hall of Legends. So I actually need to farm some coins for the blacksmith. I have barely anything, so I need to take care of this. And right now I think I have nothing in my castles. Yes, I have everything sent out to the bird. So I can call this back and use some of this to farm some points on Berimond. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Yeah, I have very nice situation because I have our bird very close to the castle, so pretty useful. Alright, so many of you will probably ask, how is the war going? Well, for me it's not bad. As you can see, I'm still like not empty, I would say. Okay, so I still have some units. I usually send them out when I'm offline, so that's how I play, and I try to keep like very small amount of defenders if I would receive any conqueror attacks on my outposts, but otherwise I'm like sending everything to the bird when I'm not there, and we usually call each other with if we receive attacks so we can defend. Yeah. Okay, and as you can see in the alliances rankings, our enemy has 350 million might points, so that would be a bit more than 100 million might points less than when we started. So Apocalypse is our enemy, and our ally who we fight together with, because I'm in Huzarzy Śmierci, here 150 million, and our ally is Silence is Gold, so this is our ally, and they also fight with us. Yeah, so they have 188 and they had like 300, around 300 million, so they've lost a pretty significant amount, but a few players left them right before the war started, so that's also why. But anyways, yeah, around 112, and for us it's also around 100 million. Yeah, so combining this, we've lost a bit more might points compared to them, but it's not easy war, because this is like we spent much less on the war compared to their players. You can clearly see this, for example, in the general rankings, where they take most of the top places for the general rankings. Yep, and as you can see, that's just how it looks. Yes, the might point ranking might be bugged. That's true. That's a good point. It can be bugged, but it's normally, I mean, usually everyone has a little points from bug, so I don't count that. But they have the most amount, the biggest amount, so they probably have the biggest amount multiplied by this bug as well. But it's not huge difference. It's not that huge. Alright, so I have these units back, and as I said, I need to take care of Berimond a bit, so that's the background activity I'm gonna do. If I receive any attacks, I will defend them, just to have some interesting content on the live stream as well. But yeah, the most important thing I need to do is to keep my account going. So some Berimond is very, very important. But yeah, in the Kingdom League, I would probably need to do Nomad, so we can send like one train or something. But mostly the Berimond invasion. Hello everyone. I already liked the stream. Yeah, thanks, nice. Hello Brooke, welcome. Alright, so I have commanders like, they are mostly good, but I need to take care of Matlet travel speed, so yeah, this is pretty important. Matlet travel speed, I think all of them have this. Yep. At least a high number of them they have. Yeah, the PvP ones don't have, because obviously I use PvP heroes for this, but that's not gonna be a big problem. Alright, so I'm kind of not used to doing events because of the war, but that's pretty much natural. So how did it go? 34, I guess. Yep, and some boosters if I have any. Yeah, like I don't know, 4 and 2, something like this. Alright, and I think I can go with this. Okay. Yep, arrows, and we're good to go. Okay. So I actually want to complete one side only, because I want to get gold pieces the most. So I need to attack one side at first. Yep. Oh my god, but the game is... I must say, last time I was on war, it was like 1.5 years ago, or something like this. Okay. Yeah, it was like 1.5 years ago. Or something around this. I'm not sure about the exact date. But anyways, it was way different. Like the biggest attack could be the biggest possible attack would be like 5 or maybe 5.5, maybe 6,000 maximally, because you would be using a +3 waves appearance item. That was the best thing to use at that time, and overall the game wasn't at that high pay to win state at that moment. So it was more like you can still sustain the level of pay to win without putting any money in the game. You can sustain it by using alliance support and stuff like that. Alright, so this one's without monthly speed. I would have to use favors. So you could sustain this big by just using alliance support or stuff like this, and now it's way harder compared to that time. So it's way harder to deal with Ruby enemies and Ruby attacks. Like the biggest attack, someone won the +7 waves of attack item from Glory Event, and they put 15,500, something like this. So defending this kind of attack with 400 courtyard bonus is really hard, even if you have million of troops and defensive Hall of Legends. I mean, in this scenario with 1 million of defenses and Hall of Legends in defense, it's still okay, but for an average player, it's really difficult to do this. All right. And I must say that I've already spent some money on the war to be able to do something, because to deal damage is not only possible when you pay money in a pay-to-win war, because you can find targets which I know they forgot to send their units to bird or something, and yeah, it's possible, but you need to spend a lot of time like preparing and searching for targets, and it's not always 100% sure that you're gonna find it. Why are you using favors on Berimond? No, as you can clearly see, I'm not rich. I have like 20 of them. But the case is, I want to do the event quickly, as quick as possible. And as you can see, I have some of my commanders not set with without a bonus to mantlet speed. And if I don't have this, I need to, in order to have the same travel speed time, I need to have, I need to use the fast travel for. Alright, because it's gonna be huge mess if I have different travel speeds. Alright, that's good. Yeah, you can get so many from blacksmith. Yeah, I mean, it's not cheap to get favors, I must say. And I had this problem because I don't have enough all the time. And as you can see, alright, I'm used to the Polish edition, but I guess I can type that easily. Yeah, so it's, in my opinion, it's expensive, especially if you need to convert. So I don't want to actually convert that, but if you need to, it's really expensive. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do that. Just buy some. But I can clearly see that they improved the search box. I think it's faster than it was, so good change for GGs. But maybe not everyone from you know that we're gonna have a break tomorrow, a downtime, and they want to disable dethroning the glory castles. I know what the reason is. They claim that, what was it? I mean, the reason is on Discord anyways, like the huge explanation why and what's gonna happen. But anyways, the dethrone option is going to be disabled, so that's what you must know. And there's gonna be down time between 1 and 3 p.m. CET. Right. I need to start with any of them now, or just wait for them. Okay. And as it is war, I might show you many interesting reports, because why not? Yeah, so starting with, I mean, many players send like empty reports, like, okay, this is not an empty report actually, but there are some. So to find some most interesting, I mean, there was many interesting in Discord server, in our Polish server, like the biggest attacks. I actually have one very big attack, but I have it in my archive. I don't want to show the rest of it, so alright, what was the units used there? Ah, mid 5, alright. This guy actually was in our alliance for a very long time. He was the first, he was the leader, co-leader, I would say. And I don't remember the name for this rank, but he was co-leader. Alright, but that's a good good revenge on him actually from Marcin there. Alright. Oh, it's a tower. It's a king tower. Okay. So that makes it a really big difference. Yeah, defending king tower. I had 2 king towers recently, so defending this is like, there's no point of defending. In our war, it's like there's like 10 or something kingdom towers, and everyone is attacking it, attacking and capturing, and it's like one tower can be captured 10 times a day, so there's not a point in defending those. There was a war on international to one guy versus top 3 alliances. He still won. Oh really? I think you saw reps on GG Discord if you look there. Yeah, I'm checking them from time to time, so I might have seen this. If you tell me the name, I can probably recognize it. Just use all your books on only level 80 camps. It gives so much points. It's unreal. I don't use any books on low level ones. That's a good strategy. Yes, I know this. I know this strategy. And it is good, but I would have to attack only one, like to make only one attack at a time. Alright, so this is like this attack into this defense. Okay. There's any tools used? No, but very weak attack. Okay. Okay, another attack from him. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, so he made it through the wall really easily. The defense was. The defense was, and the commander is actually. Oh, it's actually not that strong. So, yeah, I might show you way harder, like way stronger commanders, if I'm gonna see any. Okay, that's a few revenge attacks on this guy. Okay, another attack on this player. Our leader, actually. Oh, okay, and now he's... Oh, this the tower, okay. Is the tower... Oh, it's still the tower. But they defend it. That's pretty weird. Right. Yeah, so he now made an attack on another of our players. He didn't hold the flank. And would I hold the flank? Interesting. But the commander doesn't look actually that strong. I mean, it's only 90 courtyards, so... Interesting. I mean, my advantage is in that war is that I already made mid infrastructure very well. Very well is maybe too much said about it, but I made it on 3 castles, so I now can easily hold 500,000 in my main castle. And that's a cool advantage to focus all my units in one castle, in any of my castles in green, and be able to defend the attacks solo actually. Even if I don't receive any support, I can defend those attacks really well. But, well, I would have to wait for them to attack now. Alright, that's an attack on him. Okay. 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 What units were used there? Oh, there's, I think, too many shield walls there. But many melee units as well, okay. 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 Yeah, and as you can see, there are stronger commanders, like 300 courtyard. And there was one with 440, actually, so that pretty a lot of courtyard, isn't it? 440. Okay, this one, yeah, 318. And this one is relatively weak, I would say. Yeah, this is the same player sending attack. But we don't have any of these biggest attacks actually. All right. Let's send another like series of the attacks. I got to check the chat, so let's begin. Hi, I have a question. Do you think I can win the Nomad event in level 70 legendary? 1 to 150. Oh yeah, that's a good thing that they split like legendary levels. You're asking me about position number 1. I mean, with position number 1, it's always different because someone might decide to buy a booster and make like 30 million or something, and because we need to remember about the Khan invasion, like Khan rage and all the stuff, which gives you plenty of points. I would say that 1.5 million can get you top 1 in this level range, but I can't be sure, just because there might be someone who decides to make more, and you know, they make more. But this amount is relatively high, yeah, for top 1, could be good. I can't go pro in events because I never spend money on the game. Oh well, that's a true sentence about the game. Well, but you might use some of pro tips I present, and many of you are actually know and sharing comments and stuff, so it's also worth reading the chat for me and for all of you. Yes, but there are many tips to try to improve like your scores, for example, collecting time skips and stuff by a few events and using all of them on one event, trying to get as much as possible, and actually making a top 100, for example, every few events. So that's possible without any money, but you will just make it less often. His name was Tausus Lover on alt. Oh, alright, on alt. Okay, I see. So I don't know that name actually, but maybe I would recognize the real name. Alright. Hi, how many times we have Berimond Green Real monthly? I would say it's roughly like once in 3 weeks, so it's a bit more than one. But on average, I would say it's just over one Berimond per month, because it's usually like 15 to 20 days between one. So maybe one, maybe sometimes two in 1 month, but it's a number between 1 and 2 per month. He dropped like 40 million might from the strongest ally. Oh, that's that's a strong hit, I must say. Wow. When the server is going to reopen? Well, I can't tell you because I don't have any. I mean, many people ask me this about this. When the server is going to reopen again, and I don't have any information on this, official nor unofficial. I don't know anything about the server. And at first I was thinking like there's gonna be different testing, you know, for Nomad or Samurai or Berimond, and that they are going to increase the difficulty in Nomad and Samurai and stuff, and all the events, you know, as well. But currently I think it's actually only about the glory events, so they are not going to deal with the camp events. Yeah, we can call them camp events, I think. So my take on this is that they are not going to reopen it soon. We had plenty of time to test all the new stuff. It was pretty fun because you could, you know, upgrade the mid stuff. Yeah, my bad that I didn't record any video on this with the test server, like on the mid infrastructure and what you can do with, you know, this relic tools and stuff. Maybe someone else did, hopefully, but no, not I. Yeah. Basically, the reason why there was like no videos in the last 3 weeks is that I have had a lot of work actually, so it's very hard for me to make anything, you know, and to find at least 1 hour or something to record a video. Yeah, it was also hard for me, you know, to find the time now to live stream, but I'm trying always to find some time. He also spent 3k for all of this. He also spent 3k. Only 3k? I thought like killing 40 million might points, which would be calculated to like 4 million units, would be a bit more money than 3k of any currency. But, well, who knows? So... Hello, MNlog, welcome. Young Moob, welcome. Welcome everyone. Yeah, okay. So the war is going. I still have some crap from... yeah, I was spinning the wheel basically because I needed some units. And I was spinning, it was 1080 tickets, you know. And my luck in this game is completely bad. I don't know how it happens, but for many players it's like they buy 450 and they get like million rubies or something. And for me, I got complete 0 rubies for not only this spinning 1080, but basically from all my tickets spawned in the account, because I spawned in total like 3000 tickets, and I got 0 rubies from all of that. So that's just crazy when you think about this. So unfortunate, but yes, that's the truth, how it happened. So I was thinking about posting the video, but I was initially going to release it in Polish, but there was no point of actually releasing a video where I didn't get any rubies in this high amount of tickets, you know. But maybe I'm gonna release it in some time. It's recorded and stuff, so it's ready to publish, and that's why I have so many items in Lost and Found. I have like, yeah, full equipment and yeah, normal stuff. Uh, it is allowed by into standards. It's a pretty dead server. Oh, okay, without many wars, so not a lot of people know PvP, so it was easier for him. Oh, I see. Stacked 1 million defense and each OP he tried to capture and just checked for the... Oh, I see. Ooh. Yeah. In our alliance we also haven't had any wars in like 1 year, so we had to learn the new PvP. For example, in the first day there was like a big shock because there was attacks like 14,000 units, and people weren't ready for this because they weren't informed like what to do if you receive a attack of 14,000 troops and you have 40,000 defenders, and people went like, yeah, 40,000 defenders, that's a lot, let's defend attacks, yes. And the problem was that they didn't realize that they're gonna lose their troops, and they realized that after the fact. So we had to, like, by we I mean people who knew the situation the most. We had to to inform people how it's looking now, the whole PvP system, and that there's no point of defending such attacks. So well, that's how the game looks now. You shouldn't even defend those big attacks if you don't have the Ruby equipment such as the appearance item and stuff. I even have the stables appearance item as well. As you can see, oh, I lost some things. Damn it. Units on the wall was a good one. Yeah, but I apply it every time I defend. So basically I was able to achieve 1.9 thousand. 1900 units on the walls. That was a pretty good score, I think. I haven't bought any rubies, or did I? I think I like very small amounts, like 50,000 or something, because I wanted to invest in some appearance items for rubies, and they are expensive as hell. Also, because if you want to make like maximum commander possible right now, you would spend roughly 600,000 rubies to get all of these, you know, appearance items and stuff. That's a pretty high price to get better commander. But yeah, if you, when you get that one, like 400 courtyard, 300 units on flanks and stuff, oh, it's so hard to deal with this. Seriously. Always pick the right side on the jackpot, that's the key. That was actually my strategy, to pick the right side, just because it was right side. I didn't know about anything about like which one to pick, but I must be honest with you. It's confirmed information, and for many of you, including me, it might not be any surprise, but for some of you it might be a surprise. So the reward you are receiving in Wheel of Fortune or Wheel of Affluence, there is no like difference which card you click, which side you pick in the jackpot. You receive the reward right in the moment when you click spin, even if it's gonna be jackpot and you don't know about this. So you don't know that it's gonna be jackpot, you just click spin, but the game already knows if it's gonna be jackpot or no, and if it is going to be jackpot, what is going to be the final reward you get by clicking on any card. So basically the card is only a animation to make it look better, because you finally spent some money, so you don't want just a list of items you randomly would get, because it must be random. And yes, it is random, but it's a matter of numbers, not your your approach to analyze which card you have to click. So many people have like theories like you have to click some desired place or card and you're gonna get the rubies, but it's just numbers, just clean numbers and nothing else, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately. Hello Kach, welcome. Hello Patrick, did you? Yeah, I answered that. So, but not only, he mostly did 8 to 9k attacks and people were still incapable to stop him. Oh, I see. 300,000 defense for 1 eye. Oh wow. Nice. So that's a pretty huge amount. In our war there was like the biggest casualties was 128,000, because the guy was on his 18th birthday party and he forgot. I mean, he wasn't able to send out all the units, and he had Firecast, so he had offensive troops on Firecast. Yeah, and he received not actually too big attack, it was like 9,000 attack actually, and he lost 128,000. So that's a lot. Yeah, but the war is actually interesting, I would say, because it's not like we've seen other wars in Polish one server where people just move their accounts, and it's like very dirty war. Not this one. This is not actually too dirty, I must say. But the previous war between other two alliances in our server was very dirty. There was like levels 13 moving next to your castle just to grab your outposts and put them into the system or something like this. So it was really like sad to see people losing. And it was of course a matter of money as well, even bigger I would say. And the war was 7 months long, so yeah. I know it's it's decided even before pick the card, yes. But it's more like good luck charm, something that like a thing which was used on Technicus, which Bro made video on a few years ago. Yes, I know this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna say it correctly, but I heard from some people that on Technicus you need to click in some special areas of the button to get higher chances or something, some like calculations people did. And it was, in my opinion, it was like not working. There is no point of this, but people believe this, and yeah. But I didn't actually know that he made a video on this, but that's very interesting. Come to Slovakia one server, we got here player with 40 million might points. Oh well, now it's really common for servers to have big players like 40, 50. I'm wondering what is the highest score right now, because the highest without bugs, of course, because on the live stream was it, or like 2 live streams ago, it was like a player had how much was it? Around 300 million might points, but it was clearly bugged. It was like not possible to happen. Yeah, and our player also one of our not our but one of players from our server from the opposite alliance, Apocalypse, he did that strategy as well. He just multiplied his points by being offline and sending out troops to the bird, and he managed to get 233 million might points, so also a really high score in might points. Alright, let's take a look at all the reports. Okay, there. Oh, not many news. Yeah, but I wanted to talk about this one because this is it's still the tower target, but yeah, 200 courtyard. And that's good. What units used? What's that number of shields? Excuse me. Yeah, so we need to talk about the attack strategy, I guess, but he managed to get through, so finally it was successful. Interesting. Alright, so now there we have defender. Okay. Hello Kretka, welcome. You wanna show on the live stream? Alright, my cat might be a bit okay. So we don't have more. Okay, you want to show, but just to jump there. Alright. Yeah. What are they doing in the chat? Right, you can't probably see it. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's not that strong actually. Slovakia one is kinda dead though. Yeah, many servers dead. I'm interested, like, if I'm curious if GGS is still thinking on server merges. Are they going to actually do this or no? Because that would be really helpful for those dead servers. Yeah, when you have a server where it's like 100 players active. Pretty boring, isn't it? So they could merge the servers, and I was really into this idea. Except I wouldn't like Poland one to be merged with, for example, Germany one, because that would be gigantic mess and like total madness. I mean, the Germany one server is by far the biggest one, so it shouldn't be merged with anything. But the small servers like should be merged, so they are not like alone or something. Just like in Asia. I mean, Asia server is small anyways, and it connects all the Asia servers, or maybe not all, because for example China is separated from it and stuff. But it's a good like thing to do. Alright, I guess I can't attack it now. Yeah, it disappeared or not. Okay. Okay, so what's like the average on of this reputation? 400. Okay. How about the losses aren't that small actually. 500, 400. Okay, it's okay. That's pretty okay. No one wants to be merged with Germany. Yeah, that would be like the anti-first server actually, if you would be merged with Germany one. So, I mean, in that server, it's like I'm gonna do the round, you know. Maybe if you watch regularly, you know this, but I sometimes do like rounds and check many different servers and how are they performing. So I'm gonna do that soon, and you're gonna see like what are the top players, top alliances. It's always interesting how many points did Rough Side 40 get, you know, between the my live streams. Last time they went like from 1 billion, 1.0 to 1.2 billion or something like this. So, I mean, right now it's the fastest like process of upgrading her account with mid units. So, I'm not like surprised that they are growing very quickly, because they have mostly Ruby players, yes, and they for sure teach them, if some of them maybe don't know, but they for sure invest into the mid infrastructure mostly, and that's how they make their accounts bigger. So this alliance has very high potential, maybe even get 2 billion probably in some time. Hi, how many times we have very on green monthly? I answered it like a bit of time ago, so it's between 1 and 2 per month. It's hard to tell, it's like between 15 and 20 days or something like this, so that's the, you know, like rarity of the event. Yeah, I was answering, maybe he missed the answer or something, I don't know. An attack account on Slovakia 1 on defenders. I was actually planning to do some PvP on, was it Greece 1? Yeah, I think it was Greece 1. I was about to do some PvP content on Greece 1 on some account, but it turned out that I have war in my main server now, so I guess I don't need to move to any. But I think I didn't make any video actually, except the last live stream. I didn't make any PvP content, so I must do some. I might make the PvP for like attacking, or was the attacking, no, attacking poster, so defending guide, and analyzing battle reports, because this is, I think by far this is the most uncommon like thing about PvP people are capable of. So like understanding and analyzing the battle reports and taking you know, information out of it. So what happened good or bad, and what to improve, what to change, what was well done, and stuff like that. So I will try to do this as well. Alright, so let's maybe go actually and check how is it going in like other servers. Let's start with World 1, because obviously like attacking the Berimond isn't like super interesting. Let's see how other servers are performing. Alright, so let's first maybe check Poland, sorry, not World 1. Yeah, let's use English for all the servers. That's very nice now that you can use the English language for everything. I mean, it was possible by Facebook before, but right now it's way easier, so that's great. Alex play, and the passport is totally powerful, not United Kingdom, I guess World 1. Yeah, the password is very strong. Alright, so no, my dead alliance. When this server started, I was actually making a alliance of Polish players there, but yeah, it died pretty quickly. I mean, it's not this one now, but if you're active and you're on level 7+, nice. Alright, so anyways, alliance rankings. Yeah, Apex is the biggest by far there, but it's looking pretty dead, isn't it? Like the World 1, isn't it like pretty dead? I mean, let's check loot points. Oh, it's Monday today, isn't it? Yeah, it's Monday, 10 p.m. Yeah, okay, so it's hard to compare scores on Monday actually, but I don't know. It does look like that server, but in the alliances, kind of. Just called your server dead. No, I'm sorry. No. It's I don't mean that it's dead, but I mean it's a pretty small and cameral server. Very nice. Okay, and the players there. Yeah, so I recognize like most of them because they are the most like active in Discord server, like people from this server. Okay, this guy is without any alliance. Oh, he's already in ruins with that might. What the hell? Seriously? Well, pretty sad to see that. Oh my god. Alright. Interesting rankings, but let's move to Germany 1 maybe. Germany 1, okay. Alex play. I hope my account isn't like reset level 0. Oh, it's not. Okay, great. So let's take a look at alliances, but it's gonna be like madness probably. Let's just guess what the might points of Roughside are. Like now, if he would be banned, then he would have bird, like 2,500 days bird or something. Hello, random dude, welcome. Yeah, what's up? Cause you're like shouting on me. Alright, so the alliances there. 1.5 billion. Are you serious? Like, are you serious? Like, what's the average of this? Let's just divide 150000000 by 65. So the average might points of a player there is 23 million. That's a lot. Actually, that's a lot. So 23 millions. The average one, 1.40. No, it's 1.5 by now. Almost. Nice. Yeah, close. You play in EM. I know what. Alright, it's just a question to someone in the chat. Right, so this is the top players. Like in Poland 1, it would be divided by 10. So the top 1 is 48, the top 2 is 34, the top 3 is 31 or something like this. It would be even smaller. So there, like, just take a look. Like players with 10 million, there is 357 of them. So I would be on 10 times lower position or 9 times lower position than on my server. And my server is very competitive, I must say. So really interesting to see this. Alright, let's just alt tab if in case anyone is attacking me. And I have my units in on my castle, so I should check them. Alright. Anything interesting going on? No, 2 reports. Alright, that's a beautiful report actually from the Think Tower. Alright, and some small attacks. Right, so that's Germany server, very interesting. So, how many players is there in total? Like 60,000, wow, that's a lot. 60,000 of level 70, that's a lot. Hello Manix, welcome. Oh, welcome, Manix. Hello. Yes, I was actually checking the German server by now. So, yeah, that's it. And the alliance is like, oh really? So, top 1 from our server would be like top 10 there. Just take a look. Like top 1 is 350. Here it would be, oh my goodness, placed 13th. Wow. And my alliance would be like 40 something. Seriously, 49 actually, or 50 even. Wow, that's me. Search for Manix. Yes, I remember you from the Germany server. Manix. Whoops, maybe some typo. I have the dashes at the beginning and the end. Okay. Right. Rebels, Lions, and ooh, nice. What is that word? Excuse me. Is it like? Huh? Interesting name of the castle. Like. Ia Fiala cool. Okay. But anyways, yeah. Let's maybe check your castle. I guess by now. Oh, that's looking pretty good with the wall level 6 and those decorations. Wow, that's like pretty good looking castle, really. And that's good, that's good. Yeah, bro, level 14. Very nice. Very nice castle. So that's actually the amount of PowerPoints I had before the war started. Yeah. Alright, let's check the other servers. So the other server we can check is I think I am on France. Alright. Yeah, level 3 as well, that's enough. So French server is also pretty big. Yeah, but smaller than the Germany one. It's actually comparable to the Polish one. Yeah, it's very similar, to be honest. A few bigger alliances, but nothing else than that. Yep. Okay. And what about players? Alright, the Big Sad. Big Sad is leading there. That's a high score in the might points. Nice. Yeah, but it's closing at 22, so it's actually very similar to Polish one. Or no, we have a bit smaller. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I think Big Sad isn't the biggest player. If I'm not mistaken, Romania 1 has the biggest player, isn't it? You got war now here, alright. Wait, who should I do when I get top 5 on Blue Berimond? Do I need to green the red one now for the silver and gold? Oh, well, I usually do Berimond to get silver and gold, but if you're top 5, you say, or how was it? I get top 5 on Blue Berimond. I mean, when you attack the opposite side, you're gonna lose reputation for the second side, so you might lose your position when you start attacking the second side. But have in mind that you need 50,000 to complete this. So if your server is really small, for example, and it's relatively easy to get top in the event, you might try doing something like getting 200,000 reputation there for the red ones, and then making 100 score there. So you're gonna lose 100 there and get 100 there from 0, and you're gonna have finally 100 on this and this side, and you might end up getting both of this closed and both tops if you yeah, if you get into top with 100,000, for example. So you might also make 2 tops at the same time without any. Yeah, but I mean, but you need some tools for this, or do you? No, you don't need, because if you are on 0, you're not going on minus, so you don't need any tools actually if you make enough attacks. Alright, so what else can I check? Yeah, there was like Romania one. And there was one player who I think was even more than as big as this. Let's see, Alliance's first. Game of Thrones is actually higher than Fortuna, and I recognize that it was the first one, I think, but maybe some changes on the server, I know. Alright, and the biggest player is... Oh, it's not. It's not bigger than Big Sad is. It's not bigger. But we have two very close. Alright, interesting. Huh. Interesting. So that's the Romanian server. That's actually better than the Polish server. I'm really surprised that they are bigger server. Because the country itself, I think it's way smaller than Poland. Yeah, but the game might be more popular for sure. So that's how it looks for us. And ooh, interesting. Right, and any other servers we shall visit? What do you think? What else do we have here? Nah, I don't think any other. Alright, so let's maybe send one more train. I really need to get these gold and silver pieces. So how many I have now? Not this. 26,000, 15,000. So that's during war. It's very small number of this, of those. So I need to grind this. Int 4 is my home. Int 4. Yeah, that's. I was like surprised by launch of World 1 when they had already 3 international servers. Right, let's search for that. So they like had 3 international servers and they decided to make another one. Like, what's the point of this? Well, yeah. So the international servers aren't too alive actually. But they keep, they kept creating more, and they've done the 4th server, which is World 1. What's the point of this? Instead of promoting international servers, or I don't know, changing the name or something. Well, many weird things in GGS going on. But I hope all the best for the game. It still has some potential. Even moderators, I did a screenshot of this, but I guess it's not anything unusual. But even moderators on Discord admitted that GG is trash and has seen better days. Quotation there. So obviously, that's how they call the game. They moderate. So, well, we just have to wait. But you can still develop your account during those like worst times in the game. But for example, many players in my server selling accounts in like recent, like last 3 or 6 months. Like the amount of accounts sold went up by a few times, or even like 10 times or something. Seriously. So the amount of people leaving the game for many reasons, but mostly it's really high. Alright. We have some attacks, so I might check if I shouldn't send some support to the alliance. So even if I don't defend my castles, I might show you some defenses and have some help, some support for my alliance. Do you have any tips for new players as in leveling up or getting a grip on fighting and that? Well, I feel like some time ago I had to develop new account. It was actually World 1, I think. And when I started to develop new account, after I'm playing this game for nearly 6 years now, I recognized how many different things are there that I already forgot about because my account is big enough that I don't need to care because they are all done. Like researchers, build items, like upgrading buildings, like upgrading castles and stuff. Like collecting equipment. So yeah, there's like a lot of things to do. Basically be active, because active in a good way. So collecting items, mostly, you know, blue equipment, collect tokens from outer realms as soon as possible. Try to place top 5,000 in every of them, or just to get those tokens. But for a very small account, try to find a good alliance if possible and get much support, you know, with resources and stuff. But even if you can't, like, you just need to spend a lot of time on the game when you're starting. So, you know, like getting resources and stuff isn't that much of a problem because you have events. So you just need to develop your castles in the right way, so, you know, not actually completing quests, but more like building granaries and upgrading your food production, getting key units, you know, getting your castles strong, getting equipment strong. So like castles, units, and equipment is the things to improve all the time. And you might end up having a good account after some time. I mean, I have many detailed guides on my account, on my channel, you know, so you might check some of them, and they will help you for sure. Okay, so what are the attacks there? Right, so this guy has 318% courtiers. Alright, let me just check the alliance chat. Alright, nothing important there. Some battle reports. Oh, that's a good attack. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice, mate. Keep it up. So he killed 20,000 in this. What's like position there? And why did he defend this tower? Why is it so important? I don't get that really. Because like I have no idea actually. Right, so where is it? 82,000, and the castle on there is okay, but the defenses are okay. It's just ruby. Oh, all right, I see. It's only melee units. Only. So that's the reason behind these reports. Also, I killed another 18. Okay. Yeah, it's a very easy target, I must say. Oh. I might even attack it, maybe. No, I mean, not gates open because it's too expensive. I'm usually sending units out of my castle to bird if I'm offline, you know, logged out of the game. Currently, I'm in defensive Hall of Legends, and I don't really have time. I have resources, I have units, I have, well, maybe not rubies as you can see there, but you can always buy. Yeah, but I'm basically fighting in the war. Currently, with defensive Hall of Legends, it's hard to attack anything, but let's maybe try this. I don't have any temporary items neither, so it's gonna be relatively weak attack, but I have the mid unit, so let's try. if they don't send support, if they don't support with ranged units, then I can easily get through and make good damage to these melee units. But I need to wait for my PvP commanders. I was recently trying, because as I said, I was spinning 1080 tickets, and well, it was a lot of trying to find the right gems to get good equipment, good commanders, but I was able to get like 3 or 4. Right, I can show. Yes, of course I can show. So I have the reports in our Polish server. So we recently created. I'm basically developing a Discord bot, which name is Valkyrie. It's only for Polish server, but there is like a copy of it in my English server, which is here, Shield Maiden, which is a clone of Valkyrie, but it has a bit less features. But anyways, yeah, so Valkyrie is now capable of detecting in the image how many casualties were there. And if there is more than 30,000, it's going to send the battle report in this channel. So its name says biggest casualties, biggest hits, like greatest attacks, you know. And good evening, welcome. Yeah, so this is the best hits. This is good for us. This was attack on our player, so it's actually bad for us, but it's also there is like this server is basically a server where is a huge amount of Polish players, because there's 770 members and they are from all the alliances, so that's a very nice thing. This is my best report, and it's actually one of the best of the war, because the best one is 120,000. But yeah, this is my best report, which I was talking about in the archive. I forgot. But anyways, this is my best report. Pretty glad of this. Pretty happy about that. Okay, this is a bit small, but I think you can see what's going on. So this is 46,000 hit from the player from the alliance, which is our like teammate. So it's also positive for us. And this is also a hit on our enemy from the player from our alliance, not our alliance, but our alliance companion in this war. Yeah, so there's like basically a lot of reports. There's also a channel where all the reports are sorted and put. So basically this bot also tries to recognize if a screenshot was a report or not. So for example, if I know someone sent how to explain this to you, how to show it. Right, yeah, there's like discussion with a guy, Verling discussion. But anyways, it can detect if the image isn't actually a battle report, because the proportions of the image aren't right, and it's not gonna send it to the gallery. But this is like reports, many reports. Like it might be even thousands, maybe. I know. This is a nice hit recently, like yesterday, I guess, or maybe today. Yep. What else? They were making a mass attack on this guy. Oh, it's actually he's attacking me there. But anyways, they were making a mass attack at him. So if I'm just able to find this, I can show you. Oh yes, 12k attacks. Yeah, and he opened the gate. So that's looking pretty sick when you have 1 million units and you open the gate. That's like looking. I know, it's just weird to look at when you have 1 million and open gate. Yeah, so they were attacking. This is actually top 1 player. He's not top 1 now, but he was top 1. So he was on like 50 million or something, and now he's on 30. This guy. So he got mass attacked by us, and it was, I must say, it was successful. I think this is his outpost. Yeah, but anyways. Yeah, the other alliance, like the Silence is Gold alliance, which is our ally in this war. Those guys, they are often defending with a bunker, like these biggest attacks, and the outcome of this is the following. This was mid units, and you can see that you can defend that well if you know how, of course. Okay, this is some 4K reports, but anyways. Yeah, this was the part of mass attack, so he actually moved next to this guy. Yeah, as you can see, 5.4 squares. Alright, yeah, this is... that's not a good attack from him. Interesting. Yeah, so this was the mass attack. They did a really good hits at him because they were attacking his capital. As you can see, he still has it. But X, yeah, no, X. He still has the capital, but they had like 6 kingdom towers, so there was like bonus 120% to the, yeah, so the combat strength was pretty good. Alright, a relatively good report there. Next report on this guy. This is actually a photoshopped battle report because a guy was trying to cheat my bot and check if it's gonna send a report if the if this number is greater than this one, and it actually worked. So I know, let's maybe do this. Alright, this is my report, this is all the big reports, and this is the example of defending the biggest attacks. So 15,000, and there was close to, I mean, over 500,000 defenders on my side and 14,000 attackers in this attack. It was mid 5 if I'm not wrong, or maybe mid 10, but at least mid 5 for sure. And that's the outcome. Obviously I didn't hold the flank there. It's very difficult to hold the flank without all ruby items. I had only the non-ruby items and the appearance one for rubies. Alright, there's a good report. So there's, as I said, there's like hundreds if not thousands. Yeah, this one. But I want to check if I can find this one with 120,000. Maybe like this. No, I know. Right. Oh, that's an interesting report. Nice. Yeah, but anyways, so that was the reports from the war. I'm going to make probably a video on the war, so I'm going to include interesting reports from both sides to make it like third person observator position or something. Because for my Polish channel, I'm gonna make a morale boosting video of, funny moments compilation and only positive reports for our side, to boost the morale, to boost the morale of our alliance, of our players, to encourage them to take part in the war more, like, in better way, more actively. Yeah, but for the English community, I guess I'm gonna make a neutral point of view video on the war. How big is your alliance and your enemy? Yeah, so my alliance is number 15, 150 million. We are working, we are cooperating with Silence is Gold, 190. Together fighting against our enemy, which is Apocalypse, 450. Yeah, it initially started like they attacked Silence is Gold, but as we are supporting each other, Silence is Gold and Husarzy, my alliance, we reacted. So my alliance reacted because our ally got attacked, so we attacked the attacker. So we attacked those guys. And it ain't an easy war. It's not an easy war at all. It's a difficult war, I must say, because they have more resources for the game. Not only money, they had more units at the beginning, they have more units now. But it's fun, I must say. It's fun, and the fun of the game is still there, even with the like Ruby competition and Ruby advantage. It's still fun to play the game when it's war, because it was like 1 year with no wars actually for our alliance, so people were like, why we have to do this out 3 realms, and no, I was like, we were tired obviously of doing nothing, well, of no wars, and now we have war, so that's very good. The game is about war, so so you need to have war once in a while. Do you think the mid banner for 960k rubies is worth? Yes, it is. Yes, it is worth it. And as a proof, you might just look at your top players in your server and check if they have it. All should have. I was number 8 or 10 for some time in my server for like 2 months or something. And I was the only one not to actually don't have the 40% food production, because I have 30 for some reason. That's pretty weird looking. But I also didn't have the mid one. And yes, the mid coat of arms is very worth it. So it's worth to buy it. For sure, it's worth to have it, because it's allowing you to hold like rough estimate plus 20% units of what you have now in your castles, you know. So add plus 20% to units you have now in your castle, and that's the amount you can hold more. And actually, I'm working. I have a very small amount of free time, so gge.guide is my website address, but it's not, as you can see, it's not finished, it's not done. I'm working on it hard, but the one thing which is actually done is smart slash how is it, brewery, and that's the URL I can send you. And this brewery simulator is actually working very well, because you can calculate your honey production and you can calculate your meat production. So let's just make a quick simulation. 120 public orders, so your Ruby Castle. You have the overseer, you have the research, you have bar workshop, and okay. And let's say you set it on 40%, maybe 45. So let's say it's an outpost, okay? So with this sherry, you can hold 579. And when we add to this, coat of arms is going to be plus 130,000, as you can see. So it's a huge change, you know. It's a huge change. Alright, I can send this in the live stream. Here we go. So you can try to play with it, to experiment, to check on your own if it's worth for you or it's not. But from my perspective, I must say it's worth it, especially if you win those rubies from the Wheel of Affluence. Then it's really a great purchase. Those rubies are not going to be you know, wasted, because mid is the way. Mid is the way to the future of this game, if there's any. Anyways, yeah, mid is the way of game's future, so we should invest in everything which is about mid, actually. I'm finishing my 3rd castle now with all the mid buildings, so I'm pretty proud of this. And I still don't have the coat of arms. I should be getting one soon, but because of the war, obviously, I have no resources for it. If I would actually get some rubies from the Wheel of Fortune, I mean Wheel of Affluence, the better one, I would buy it. But my luck for 3,000 tickets, 0 rubies, is so freaking bad, you know. It's so unfortunate to not get that. I don't know. I can't understand this, you know. I just can't. Alright. Okay. Ooh, no forwarded, okay. What else can I say? Can I like describe about the war? Well, as I said, because I want to, you know, like explain everything to make it interesting for you and to like describe the situation, how the war is looking. But I said that it's not a dirty war, because on our server there was a long 7 month long dirty war, and this one isn't like this. So it's actually motivational. The war is motivational, I must say, even if it's hard for non-Ruby players. It's motivating for sure. And it's like, oh, I could have used those ones, but okay, never mind. Yeah, it's motivating to play the game. Well, because you don't get many like you don't get many conquerors on your outposts. Actually, not too many. We're not getting like many players moving next to our castles, so it's actually like a war. We can't agree that there are any. I mean, there are no rules. Of course, it's a war, no rules. There are like demolish commanders, like moving castles, but very small amount of those, okay? And like the overall experience on this war is like, it's a good war. It's a good war for both sides because we just play with each other, not try to freaking destroy someone because it's just a game, you know? And I must admit that this is a good, healthy, you know, healthy point of like view on the game and way of playing it. Because when I see some people spending like heavy thousands of dollars just to prove someone that they are worse in a computer game, well, my god, why? And in our situation it's just like pim pim pim, we are sending attacks, we are sending arrows, let's try some other tactics and stuff. We are fighting on long range and that's very cool. In the last time I farmed very hard to get 700,000 rupees from dragons and now I have 820,000. Only 140 rupees left. I'm grateful to get the banner. Alright, that's nice, that's nice. Nice, good luck. So 840,000, wow, very impressive. I was collecting as well and in 3 weeks I managed to get 300,000, so actually 100,000 per week. It was very it's very very compressed in time, but it was like a lot of effort to get this. But war started, so I spent those rupees, not gathered more, unfortunately. Good night, Turtle Boss. Thank you for joining joining me today. Great to have you there. So yeah, I spent a lot of nights to get this amount. Oh my god, I see. Yes, but I always say that if you are free to play, I mean, I know if you are, but if you get stuff not by money but by playing the game and using like game mechanics without spending money, for example, getting rubies from fortresses or getting decorations from aqua events, the storm event, it's very very good to see this, like very honorable for those players who collect these things and who put that effort, in, as you said, you spend a lot of nights, and same for many players. Yeah, so I like to just say only good words about those ones who don't pay but spend time and effort in the game. That's obviously the better way, but we must say less efficient, but at least you're doing it the good way, I might say. Alright, so let's maybe proceed to reviewing your castles, because as you maybe know, or maybe you don't know, we have a review castle system in my Discord server, so you can sign for a castle review in this channel, request castle review with the command review like this, $sign review, and here you can send screenshots and I'm gonna take a look at your castle. Alright, there's plenty of them as I can see here. So last live stream was let me check, last live stream was 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago? Yes. No. Yeah. So this is too old, I think, or maybe I didn't take a look at this. Alright, let's go ahead from the 1st of November. So maybe not like checking the oldest stuff. Let me just open Discord on this screen to have this information. So I can actually split the screen. Right, open YouTube there. Yes. Hello Jack Mizzy, welcome to live stream. Hey. So it's review queue. It's the first guy, Card Cake. So Card Cake. Right. Card Cake. So it's gonna be your main castle reviewed there. 1 million might points at that legendary level is acceptable, I must say. Hello Valar Morghulis. Hello, I'm new and I'm your big fan from Slovakia. Yes, great to hear that. Welcome to live stream. Daddy, well, why you calling me like that? But the internet jokes as usual. Maybe because of the color of the hair. Yeah, it got changed a bit. I mean it was supposed to look like white and blue, like frost or something like this, but it's looking more like I'm 6 years old. Actually, I must say. It's not that bad, but it was supposed to be a bit different. I am still happy with the results of this hair dyeing or like, you know, painting or however you call this. So 1 million might points. This is our main. Your Hall of Legends is level 56 and you are ahead 120 levels compared to your Hall of Legends. So alright, what to do there? Decorations are good, and as I said, I always say that, you know, effort in the storm event is very good. So yes, that's good decorations there on that level. Average granary level is actually 10, so that's also good on that level. Just keep improving your Hall of Legends is the most important building in the game currently, and like since the start of the game. For Ruby buildings, I can see that your bakery, where is it? Is it anywhere there, or am I blind, or yeah, most probably I am. Where is it actually? Maybe you have trade. Do you have trade district? No, so it must be somewhere there. Bakery. Anyways, I can see stables and they should get some improvement, but oh, bakery there. Alright, I'm so blind, sorry. So bakery is in level 3 or 4. It's on level 3 or 4. Well, it needs improvement at first. I know that you're not high on rubies, but bakery needs improvement at first and later stables. So bakery, remember, it's the most important. Defenses overall are good there. Yeah, towers upgrade to level 5, that's good. And mode. You might invest into Ruby mode, but after you upgrade bakery and stables. I'm playing on server Poland 1. Alright, this one is broken. Oh, stylish. Stylish was there, but it's broken. Alright, so this one we've got. Galaxy, let's go. Okay. So Galaxy, let's go. Okay, this is going to be your main castle, and you have 4 million might points under level 800 legendary, or I would say 950 legendary now. So that's a good score for this legendary level. Alright, here we have your castle. So food production is main. Yeah, it's main, and in your main castle you actually have 120,000 food production. That's insane, I must say. At least that's very, very high. So that's a good score, of course. Nice. So my friend, you have very good decorations there. The same goes for granaries, but they are level 16 on average. So you might consider upgrading your granaries. But first, Hall of Legends is level 445, so Hall of Legends goes first, and then granaries. The rest of the buildings, Ruby buildings, very good. I know that your bakery is upgraded, so very good basically. Ruby mode, so everything is good. Defense is correct there as well. And you know, invest in the meat infrastructure, of course, and you have very good food production for meat there, so you can get like 700,000 meat units in your main or something when you upgrade your brewery to level 14. When you get you know, the bar workshop, and when you get the meat distillery, you can get up to 700,000 easily, I would say, with good honey production as well. Alright, so this Galaxy, let's go and let's move on to alright, I'm gonna read it in a second. So next we have the Hunt Stratter 5. The Hunt Stratter 5. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong way. But 2.6 million might points, 83 legendary level. I think it's World 1, isn't it? This server, this alliance. So it's a probably relatively new account. So with that might point, it's okay. Alright, so the decorations are very good there, very nice. Buildings, alright, so your Hall of Legends is level 470. So as a account on server World 1, it's a very good level. For World 1, it's online for like 9 months maybe, the server, maybe it's 8 months open, something like this. So yeah, it's a very short period of time and you managed to get 470 Hall of Legends. For nice, keep it up and finish it up to 550. I mean, this was requested like 1 week ago, so it's probably higher now. But anyways, yeah, finish it. When you have brewer level 14, you might actually consider buying meat overseer, and because like it's useful to be able to hold more units. But next, Ruby buildings are. Can I see any actually in this building? Okay, observatory towers, tables. Can't see bakery, but yeah, based on tables and observation tower is good, is decent. About defense, you might consider the Ruby mode, but other than this, it's very good castle, I must say. And average granary level is 4. It's 4 on a high legendary level, and that shows the good way to upgrade your account actually. Because you must focus on Hall of Legends first and later on granaries. So that's a correct way of developing a account. Nice. Alright, here we have only one picture, but we can review this is the most important picture, your castle, so basically. Okay. Alright, so this is D1 Moon Panika, his main castle. So this is your main castle. Yeah, we can see might points and stuff in their left top corner. So it's 1.6 million might points on 264 legendary. Yeah, that's relatively good score, like mid average, okay. And here you have Hall of Legends level 222. That's okay on that level, so keep it up. And average granary level 5, so that's also okay. Keep up the Hall of Legends, the most important one. Decorations are good there. Ruby buildings are good there as well. I can see bakery stables max. There's Ruby mode, so defense is good as well. Just get into mid there, but before mid you must get higher levels. So first, yeah, upgrade the Hall of Legends, upgrade granaries, and you'll be good to go into the mid infrastructure. Castle is overall very, very well developed, I must say. Right, now Nazaki. Oh, that's the last one. Okay. Nazaki, 3.4 million might points on 950 legendary. Okay. And let me scroll to it. So it's Hall of Legends. What is it? Level 522. Okay. So on this level, yeah, it's just a few levels. So max it out. Of course, decorations are very good. And yeah, I love players who use this offer to buy very cheap ruby decorations. I pinged everyone in Discord server and I don't regret it, because this was such a great offer that many people bought very cheap decorations compared to, it's like 90% off of the original price, okay? And it was such a great deal that yeah, I just love the deal. And the fact that you're able to collect very cheap decorations. So good decorations there. Other than decorations, the granary level on average is between 5 and 10, as you say. So between 5 and 10. So that's also good. On the level, yeah, just first focus on the Hall of Legends, later on granaries, because Hall of Legends is the most important building. I can see that you are upgrading workshops. Okay, keep them up, because they might be useful for appearance items, even the defensive one, which I was pretty much always saying that you should destroy it. But now, in the era of appearance items, obviously workshops are important. You might consider, or you have districts. You have trade and inner districts, so that's good. Yeah, you have Ruby mode, you have stables max, observatory tower max, that's good. Kenzie Bakery is probably on high level, I guess, if stables and tower is max. So just get into the mid infrastructure. It's very fun. It's very fun to do the mid infrastructure and to get, you know, a lot of units in your castle soon. So good luck to you as well. A very good castle. Keep up the Hall of Legends, upgrade it, and yeah, I think we're done with all the reviews for today. But if you have some, you still have a few minutes to submit. Alright, so I will have to take care of League actually after the live stream, or we can send maybe one train. No, or I thought I had the bestseller with trading tokens, but it wasn't that one. Alright, any good new decorations? Nah. Yeah, because basically I have some of these tokens, but I'm not sure what I'm going to spend them on during war. Probably I'm going to put them into kingdoms, to upgrade breweries on kingdoms. I need to get rid of my outpost basically, and you know, like playing without outposts. Oh, sorry, kind of don't fit in the camera. Alright, should be better now. So the basic like idea of outpost is the problem that you're bound to one place, you know, and I don't like that. It would be better for me, you know, to be able to move very easily from place to place, and outposts disable me from this because someone can move close to me and capture them easily. So basically I will probably do some action in that topic. Can't tell more because someone might be watching me from Poland, so cheers to everyone from Poland who tried to get some information from this live stream, and you probably succeeded, and that's your reward, basically, to get some info on my tactics on the war, which might be spread actually. So but anyways, let's send the last Berimond train. I still need to make like 10,000 or something to you know, to get the 50,000 reward, and then the second side. But I can see that only 3 horns today. Actually on last Sunday, so yesterday, it was really chill, because we had like 0 attacks in 2 hours or something like this, so it's really peaceful Sunday, I must say. Really peaceful Sunday, so everyone enjoyed their day, not in front of the computer, but in real life. So that, as I said, again, the war is very like, maybe not like comfortable, but it's like filled with culture, and it's very you know, very good level. We also, not everyone, but some players you know, agreed with each other that they are not going to attack each other because they are too close. They are neighbors, so they don't attack, and that's the rule which I set, which I followed after Burr. because bro said this like many years ago, and I think that's one of more important quotations and rules in the game, like unwritten rules, to if you have a neighbor in the war, to attack first, so they lose their units first and they cannot attack you, or to make the gentleman agreement and talk to each other and agree that you're not going to attack each other. Yeah, and that's what I've done with some of players in my neighborhood, I must say. So yeah, basically the level of this war is very like good and a very enjoyable war, I must say, because I wasn't into any war for like over 1 year, and now I am, so I can enjoy it fully. Yeah. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna also record some tips if I collect some tips for war, because I will like learn many new tips by this new war for sure. So I'm gonna make a video on this. But as I said, I have barely any free time. I was like postponing this live stream 2 times, and I was late half an hour actually to go live for you. But I managed to, so that's good. But anyways, it's hard for me to find any free time. But now I'm on quarantine actually, because one person in our school has been tested positively for COVID, so we have e-learning for next week. So maybe I will have more time, hopefully, to create some nice content, because I don't like the fact that I'm not creating anything, but it's not actually up to me. I have a lot of things to do. Oops, not this way. Alright. Excuse me, Ahmed. I will your war stopped? What do you mean, actually? I'm not sure what do you mean by this sentence. But yeah. Alright. So, is this okay? Yeah, the shortcuts are working. Right, so that's all I think for today. If you have like any questions or something, you can ask in Discord. It's linked in the description. You can ask in email. I'm happy to answer any of your questions, in emails and stuff. So thank you for joining me today, and see you in next videos. As I said, I will try to make any during this quarantine and e-learning, because I will have a lot more free time, but I also have a lot of things to do, like out of the game. So I will try my best. Okay. Yeah, and so it was great to have you there, and have a good evening or morning or afternoon, depending on your time zone, of course, because there are players I know from like whole globe. Alright, so thank you very much for today. Good evening, night, or afternoon or morning, and see you in the next one. So bye.